Dinosaurs will soon be everywhere, in your front room, the theaters, the TV screen, and your computer, and even your toilet. Okay, maybe not the last one. Hello there, my fellow open world gamers. What's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and 2016 will be the year of the dinosaur. And woolly mammoths, and other creatures, because yes, I'm going to include some other primitive games in here within the mix of dinosaur titles too. So yes, we're taking a very special look at dinosaur-centric titles coming up in 2016 that are also open world, including Horizon Zero Dawn, Wild, Ark Survival Evolved, No Man's Sky, and then we'll sidestep into primitive territory with Far Cry Primal and talk about Far Cry 5 rumors. You'll notice that 2 of those titles are PS4 exclusives. Oh my, PS4, why are you so good to your audience? So we'll start off with one of the most intriguing dinosaur hunting games, Horizon Zero Dawn. And you better believe it, this game is open world, and damn does it look fine. Players won't be hunting your typical dinosaurs though. These are going to be robo-dinosaurs. So there is the twist. I absolutely love the setting of this game. It takes place 1,000 years after the collapse of civilization, so it is post-apocalyptic. Humans have been separated into tribes across the open world, and again, this game is open world. 90% of its content will be taking place in the open world, and then they will have more linear structured missions like Uncharted to really center around that story. But what's special about this game is it'll be acting like Bloodborne in many regards. There will be no tutorial or hand-holding in this one. I was quite surprised about that one. You're going to be like an infant baby, figure it out for yourself. And yes, this game is a full-blown RPG. You'll be leveling up your character, your bow, your weapons. Stealth is very important to focus on in this game, so you can sneak up on those robo-dinosaurs and hunt them down. And you will be crafting gear and items from the loot that you collect from these poor downed creatures, you bastard. The big dinosaurs are the huge highlight of the recent demonstrations, offering the best loot and weapons. So this game is expected to be coming out in 2016. I would expect fall to be the release window for this one, but it is a PS4 exclusive, so I imagine this will sell a ton of PS4s. And we've got another PS4 exclusive called Wild now. This game is also going to be open world. It's going to be absolutely massive. It is going to have no mission and no goal with absolutely no HUD. That could change, but that's an interesting choice. It'll make it really, really pure and hardcore. It can be played online and offline, but it is not going to be considered an MMO. They are really adamant about that. Think Bloodborne and Dark Souls in terms of its multiplayer. Friends and enemies can join your game, so beware. But basically the goal of this game is to understand wildlife itself. You can go around the world and possess creatures and then learn about them and gain more of an understanding of these creatures. But you can also possess creatures in other players' worlds like birds, frogs, bears, and more, and really just stealth your way into their world and sort of scout it out. Maybe you will scout it out and then go on the attack. Who knows? But what's really cool is you can also make shelters in this game, which can also act as fast travel points, and then you could later on upgrade these as you go along. Now, leveling up in this game works like this. You can summon gigantic deities related to the animal that you sacrifice. So if you go and you sacrifice a bear, for example, you will get the bear deity. But in this case, we see the snake deity here. They will give you missions which will include surviving for 2 days or something like that as the creature that you are seeking to understand. And then if you survive, you gain access to possessing that creature, I believe, at any time. And then you can move on from there. Now, one of the cool things that I did notice is there are also underwater segments. I'm very curious about how this will work. I'm curious to see if you can also possess sharks, fish, and that sort of thing. Now, this game has no release date, but is rumored to be coming in 2016. Don't forget about Ark Survival Evolved. Now, this is the king of dinosaur games right now. It's only available on PC at the time of this video being published, but it will be available to PS4 and Xbox One June 2016, which will expand its player base extensively. For those of you that are on the PS4 and Xbox One, you'll be greeted with an open world with other players, and this game is a craft-centric game. Now, you won't be able to play as creatures like in Wild, but you will be able to train dinosaurs, collect resources to craft buildings, cages, and all sorts of wild creations. In other words, you can create your own Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, whatever you want to do. The game has no set mission path, but what makes it addicting is its extensive progression system and constant game updates that add more dinosaurs and content. And did you know that there's dinosaurs on other planets? Why, yes, there are. No Man's Skies will also be offering some dinosaurs as well. I can't wait for this one. It's offering literally an infinite universe to explore, and you'll be exploring the galaxy planet to planet. Now, this is primarily a single-player game, but you can expect to bump into other players from time to time, though these occasions may be rare. But as you get closer and closer to the center of the universe, I imagine those occasions will become less rare and you will be seeing more players. Now, like Wild, you will have no missions or story, just the goal of getting to the center of the universe. Along the way, expect to run into some awesome creatures while upgrading your ship, discovering new creatures and planets, and leveling up. Plus, you'll be able to run into pirate ships, join them, be evil if you want to. Whatever you want to do, it goes in No Man's Sky. Now, this one has no release date, but it better be coming out in 2016. I really cannot wait to try this one. Now, while Far Cry Primal does not have dinosaurs, it does have woolly mammoths. That's close enough for us. Ubisoft is hoping to prove they know the single-player space, offering characters and story that Far Cry fans expect, with the twist of taking place during the Ice Age. Survival is the focus here as players upgrade their melee weapons, bows, and tame wild beasts to fight alongside them. Now, the open world itself looks absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, it's a new and welcoming take on the Far Cry universe. Ubisoft did previously send out a survey, though, about Far Cry 5. And, you know, Far Cry Primal is not titled Far Cry 5. And on it, they asked about an open-world dinosaur game. They asked about Vietnam and all sorts of things. But could it be that eventually we would see an open-world Far Cry dinosaur game that could be on the table, especially after the success of Ark Survival Evolved and, of course, Jurassic World, which is one of the best-selling movies of all time, right behind Star Wars The Force Awakens, so it does make sense. So there you guys have it. Everyone is becoming obsessed with dinosaurs, finally. I know this is going to become oversaturated, but for now, I am really enjoying all these upcoming dinosaur games and cannot wait to see what each one offers. The more, the better. But stay tuned here to Open World Games for more open world gaming goodness. I'll keep you guys updated about all of these wonderful dinosaur games. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.